What's up, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the Mount Rushmore. Remember in the previous one, we worked on the lower third portion here of the puzzle, working out all the trees and the writing and stuff. So now, for this episode, we're going to concentrate up here at the top, working on all the sky, moving down into the rock section where the actual Mount Rushmore is. So that's what we're going to be doing in this episode. Thank you very much for joining me, and let's get started. If you remember, I had already done this portion the last time I worked it out. I'm thinking that it looks like this attaches right here, so yeah, that looks like that goes right there. So we already got a little bit of a start there. The rest of our pieces, I think, are down here. Yeah. So let's work through, pull these out and work through these as we go. Okay, so I have all of these laid out now on both sides. First, I think I'm going to try to separate a few of them that might be, I automatically see now this one's got some black on it, so that's more than likely that piece right there. Yep. So I'm gonna go around. There might be a few pieces, especially the ones over here. There's all 5 pieces here go into the border. So they can be quickly thrown in. Then I'm going to probably separate out any ones that have like the rock. We're going to keep them off to the side because we know that will be the last. That'll be something that goes right around the bottom. And then start working on maybe separating out different types of pieces, whether they're like a standard piece or one notch with the 3 inserts, or just some kind of random maybe a 2 insert, 2 whatever, however you want to look at it, or like these 4 in. Probably separate out all the different types of pieces so that we can quickly identify, or I can know, hey, this piece looks like it's going to go there, or this type of piece, so I can look at that. Probably going to do some of that as well. So let's get to it. Okay, I got a little bit of a categorization going here. There's some pieces that are just so kind of weird that it's hard to like put them together in a pile other than just be like weird pieces. Most of your like standard pieces are here with the 2 on the edges, 2 on the inside. These are the 1 3s. Here I'm kind of going with the 2s on one side, 2 on the other kind of thing, although there's a few little odds in there. This is pretty much your 3 on one side, 1 insert for the most part. This is all the ones that are full 4 insert. The rounded curved ones here, the ones that are all 4 outers here, and then these are just sort of miscellaneous. So it's somewhat of a way of kind of putting together, so you can, if you're looking at a piece and it looks like it might be a certain way, then you can quickly just go to that grouping and maybe can find a piece a little faster. But anyway, now we're going to start actually trying to work on this. So let's get going. Okay, sorry again. My phone ran out of space once again for this video. So I had to go and again let the file move over to the computer, erase it so I could free up the space. And while that did that, again, I worked a little bit more and wound up completing all the pieces that I had left, which was roughly, I don't know, maybe 10 pieces, something like that. So what we have left now is what pieces are left with actual rock. Okay, so the two to finish out, just like we did here on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is start working on that. If one thing that you may have seen me do while I was working through is trying to, reason why I started working over here, then I started working over here, is because I started distinguishing that there was a difference in the way the shading and coloring for the yellowing and stuff was. This side had a little bit of like darkening and like strikes through it. I guess the way the picture was created. It's got these little lines and stuff, and it's a little bit darker shading into these clouds over here. So that's what I was trying to point to get to, was this is much more smooth yellowing over here. This is a little bit darker. I mean, it's just the slightest little tint darker, and it's got some little rigid lines through it. And so even the dark yellows have the same kind of lines through it. So that's what I was trying to distinguish out. It did get very difficult up in here with all the crazy, it's like all the crazy shaped pieces are like all up in here, which is what I went through while the file was moving over. But yeah, it gets really interesting with all those kind of wacky shaped pieces, trying to distinguish which direction they are, where they are. Because you kind of look at it and you're thinking it might be a regular piece, but it's actually two of those different pieces kind of put together that, you know. So anyways, so we're going to get to this and try to go ahead and finish up this section. All right, let's go. All right, as you see, that piece right there, look, I mean, that if you look at it, you almost think that might just be a solid piece, but it's actually kind of like a piece that's been cut in half in a weird shape. So yeah, we have now we have the entire sky finished. So now next time we'll be going into the rock area, which will be, of course, you know, the main scape for the Mount Rushmore. That's going to be very cool, very interesting. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you are liking the series. Hope you're liking the puzzle itself. So that will be episode 4. Episode 4. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Making sure I had that right. All right, so yeah, episode 4 will be finishing up all the guts there to finish out and complete the image of the Mount Rushmore. Thank you very much for joining me again, and until next time, peace. JMD Puzzle, I'm out.